Sri Gurubhyo Namaha children, welcome to our online teaching academy Ekalaiva. Today's topic is CBSE class 7 science respiration in organisms. Learning objectives. So at the end of this lesson we will be able to understand or we will be able to say that what is respiration, respiratory system in animals, respiratory system in humans, types of respiration and respiratory system in plants. So now, before getting into this lesson, let us do a small activity. So for that activity, what you are supposed to do is just take a deep breath. Yes, you need to take a deep breath for 5 seconds and then hold it for 5 seconds and then breathe out for 5 seconds. Now children, repeat it again and just observe your chest for these 15 minutes. So what do you see? When you breathe in, your chest expands. When you breathe out, your chest reduces in size. So what is this process called? Can any one of you tell me? Yes, of course you are right. So this process we used to call it as breathing. Am I right? Yes. And when you breathe in, and we know that why does it happens, why the chest is expands and why it is goes back to the original position, because when we breathe in, the air which we enters into our body makes the chest to expands. Okay, so where does this air go into the chest? And obviously in the lungs. Yes, yes. So now you please tell me one thing, that are breathing and respiration same thing? I am sure your answer will be yes, but actually it is wrong. So let me give you the other question. So let me ask you the other question so that we'll conclude something from that. You can see some activities here and you can name an activity from the exercise or otherwise our day-to-day activities. So how do we get energy to perform all these activities? Most of you will tell us that the food, we get energy from the food that we eat. Yes, right. Well, that is partially correct. Then what would be the correct answer? In order to understand what is that, first let me give you the definition for respiration. The process by which energy is released from the breakdown of food is called respiration. So how does the food, we know very well that we are obviously getting the energy from the food. So what happens when you consume the food? It will go into the digestion process, and after that, after the digestion, the energy will be in a locked, okay, you can say that it is in a form of unused form. Okay. So how can we make that unused energy as a usable form of energy? With the help of breathing. That is, this locked energy will be unlocked only by the oxygen which we breathe in. Okay, so that is why I have told you that we are getting energy from the food, but that is not a I told you it is a partially correct. Why did I tell you like that? Because of this reason. Because this locked energy will be unlocked and it will be changed into a usable form only in the presence of oxygen. So, breathing plays a major role in order to get the energy. So, food and as well as breathing will make us to get energy from the food. Now, let me differentiate a respiration. Respiration, we can take it in, there are two types of respiration. It is based on the location, okay. So, one is the external respiration. It is otherwise called as breathing. And the next type is internal respiration or otherwise cellular respiration, which will take place inside our body. Okay. Now, let me give you the definition for the external respiration. So, we know that as we done when I was starting the class, we have done an activity that is breathing in and breathing out. So, that is what? Inhalation. When during the inhalation, we will be breathing in the oxygen, and when we are during the exhalation, we will be breathing out the carbon dioxide. So, these two processes, inhalation and exhalation together, we will call it as external respiration or otherwise breathing. Yes, yes. Now, let us see what is internal respiration. So, internal respiration can be defined as the process within cells. So, where does it take place? It takes place within the cells that generates usable energy by chemical reaction of the food in the presence of enzymes that act as a catalyst is called cellular respiration. So, I am sure that these enzymes and catalysts are new term for you. Yes, let me explain what is catalyst and then what is enzyme. So, catalyst is a substance which will speed up the chemical reaction, and you know very well that during digestion process, chemical reactions are takes place in our digestive system, and then all the nutrients will be liberated from the food we eat. Yes, during that chemical reaction, obviously enzymes plays a major role over there. Okay, then what are enzymes? Enzymes are the substances which is produced by the organism and which will act as the catalyst. So, catalyst, I have told you what is catalyst. It will speed up the chemical reaction. So, enzyme is a biochemical product which will speed up the chemical reaction. Okay. So, enzymes will be produced by our body and it will be speed up the chemical reactions. So, what is cellular respiration? With these, with the help of enzymes, chemical reactions will be taken place in order to make that energy in the usable form. It will, where does it happening? It is happening in the cells of the body. So, here is the explanation for catalyst and as well as enzyme. So, catalyst is nothing but it is a substance which will speed up the chemical reaction. And what is enzyme? Enzyme is produced by the living organism and which will act as a catalyst. So, catalyst is which is speeding up the chemical reaction. Okay. Now, we are going to differentiate the internal respiration and as well as the external respiration. So, first we will complete the external respiration. So, external respiration is the mechanical action. So, what do you mean by that? Why does it state that it is a mechanical reaction? Because it happens outside the body. You can say it in that way, because we are inhaling and as well as exhaling the air. So that is mechanical process. But when you take internal, it is a chemical reaction which is taking place inside the cells. And then it is external respiration is the physical process. Physical process means breathing out and breathing in. How through our nasal cavity we are breathing in and we are breathing out. So it is a physical process. But in case of cellular respiration, it is a chemical reaction which takes place inside our body. And the third differentiation I have told you already, it takes place in the organs. So breathing, where does it takes place? Organs like lungs. And if you take cellular respiration, the term itself tells that where does it happens. It happens in the cells. And then it do not require any catalyst. So catalyst, because there is no chemical reaction over there to speed up the reaction. So it does not, that is external respiration does not require any catalyst. But internal respiration, obviously it requires catalyst, because there are a complex or many chemical reactions will takes place in our body. So that we need catalyst in order to speed up the process. And then when we are breathing it, there is no energy has been released. Instead, energy has been required to breathe. But in case of cellular respiration, energy is released. Yes. So that's all about the introduction. Please do subscribe our channel to get the latest updates. Thank you, children.